to actually accomplish that. And we'll be jumping into the 9th round here. And definitely, I'm very curious to see how this is going to go. There's so many. I mean, of course, it's not just curiosity for the sake of just, how is this match going to go, but also just to see, people like, well, I'll be blunt. It's going to be awesome to see Kenny S do some, 5 kills with the AWP or something. Because every single time we have, a day of face or whatever, we watch Titan play, and Kenny S gives you the highlight reel. He always delivers the highlights. So can't wait to see that.
Copenhagen Wolves, though, they do win the 9th round, so they get choice of side. And looks like they want to stay on this CT side. Can't really fault them for that.
No, good choice, definitely.
Yeah. And so Titan, they do start on the T side. And it'll be interesting to see if they do lose the pistol round, whether they pick up the old MBK strategy when he was in Titan of getting a scout. It's become all too common now of scout second round, and it can certainly work on Cash.
Yeah, definitely. It was really interesting when the CZ was so powerful. We saw a lot of this combination around. It kind of culminated around ESL1. The kind of meta became the couple scouts, and if you can afford it, and the CZ armors, and it was really effective. But ever since people have been less inclined to buy the CZ due to the changes, we haven't seen so much of that. But we're jumping into the pistol round here, and we can see a pretty even spread across the map for Copenhagen Wolves, just trying to work out exactly what's happening so far. Cajun Brie able to actually take a pick onto Maniac and be storage already. So Titan, they can't be playing this pick game anymore. Looks like they are going to try to move into A here.
Yep, they are moving towards this side. There are the remaining 4 members of Titan there. Kenny S trying to see if he can spot someone with this angle. He's going to peek out towards the back right. Gets a tag there onto Carrigan, but Carrigan does take his life with him, and the Molotov will force the Wolves away from that side.
I'm just playing with this right now, but Copenhagen Wolves are going to work this out soon. The rotation should surely be coming in very shortly as they start to figure out that Titan are investing towards A. They're still holding strong at B now, just starting the rotation, but here goes Titan into the bomb site. And flashes in, grenades of all types, and we get Kenny S dropping that bomb in the smoke. And Copenhagen Wolves still 5 left alive. They have every chance to try to go for this retake. We have Nico up here on the catwalk just taking him down, but Titan are fighting back right now. 3 frags unreturned from Titan as Copenhagen will struggle to get back in on top of that bomb site. Got existence on that bomb spot. It's all down to Nico, but he can do nothing in the face of existence right there, and that's a very well-saved round there from Titan after the early loss.
Yeah, the fact that Titan could get onto that A bomb site even with only 4 members left, that was pretty impressive. Got the bomb down. And then they only lost 1 man getting onto the site and then saved the other 3. So it was really great defense there coming out from Titan. Wolves couldn't really do much. I feel the rotation could have come in a little bit sooner from them. But hey, Titan, they played it well, got the frags, got the bomb, and of course got the round. And we're seeing AKs. A scout buy from Kaylee on the second round. And Kenny S, he wants to save for that AWP, only going for a CZ this time round.
Yeah, interestingly, Kelly's actually watching Squeaky Door if they were to push that with his scout. It's a very defensive anti-eco style play, very passive here from Titan so far. Kenny S with just a CZ, obviously saving that money, but look at this. Ooh. Sandbags. Nico goes huge with the double and might just be able to pick up the weapons as well, but Kenny S going in. He's a bit too weak to really face there. So he's got to try to communicate with his team, work out how to play this now. And things don't look so good here for the Titans. Maniac to fall as well on his peek into the B bomb site. And now it's all on Kaylee and Kenny S. This looks dire for Titan.
The fact that Copenhagen Wolves, they were doing almost nothing. They just sat back, waited for the pushes to come in. And then we see again, Cajun B picking up the frag onto Kenny S. And now it's Kaylee. He only has a scout, so it's not going to be that effective against the Galils and AKs that Copenhagen Wolves did have. And there we go, 1-1. Great anti-eco there from Copenhagen Wolves. Played passively, got the picks, got the guns, and the round to go with it. Now Titan, their economy is in a really dodgy place.
Yeah, it was so weird, wasn't it? It just seemed very simple. I mean, it started off with a quick double from Nico, just hiding at sandbags as you do, yeah. and Titan just fell apart after losing a couple players there, and we'll have to see how this goes right now. They're going to make a move on towards B. We do have Cajun B here in the vent room. We do have some good pre-nades going in to delay the rush, but definitely looks like Titan feel fairly committed towards this, and Copenhagen Wolves, I mean, put to a defensive very shortly.
Yeah, Cajun B, though, he is ready and waiting for this. You can almost feel it coming through that smoke. As the smoke fades, it does go into cover. Doesn't want to face just yet, rather wait for the push to come in, much like they did last round. And here we go, he hears the flash go from his teammate, tried to flash him in. Does go for a peek, doesn't see anything. And hey, he'll just fall back to the site. Play safe.
Here they come straight on in, and it's now down to Pimp to try to defend here, just stuck on the site, has his back against the wall here. He's got to get some frags on the board for his teammates to slow this bomb plant situation here for Titan. They are getting a couple kills, but they're not getting that bomb onto the site, so it looks like, can they do it? They do. Only losing 2 players, and that bomb will not go down, and Titan, I mean, they didn't really invest much into that round, so as of course, being an eco and all that, so not a huge loss, but looks like we are going to go for a bit of a delay, so hopefully we'll realize what that is very shortly, and we'll update you guys, but other than that, it looks pretty decent for Copenhagen Wolves at the moment, but it's very early days. Of course, you can see the money for Copenhagen Wolves looking pretty good, and it's going to be quite scary if they're actually in a position whereby they get clean rounds.
Yeah, we do see Kenny S. He does have 3.6. He's just bought a P250 for himself. And we're seeing a P250 there on Apex as well. Maybe Existence. Yep. We're going to get the 5th on Maniac? No, we're not. But the double AWP setup from the Copenhagen Wolves against an eco round, this could be dangerous.
So mid and B is the choice for those AWPs. We've got Cage and B here, just barely not able to react in time to that pixel angle. And we have, of course, Nico looking at the boost. So we can see here, the kind of the 3-1-3 almost. We don't have anyone pushed into the vents just yet, but Titan, what are they working on here? Looks like mid is coming up.
Yeah, it looks almost as if they're toying with the idea of a boost to try and see if they can spot an AWP. In fact, here we go. We're going to see Apex boost up. Going to try and go for a few shots. He knows someone's there, but they just don't want to peek. Nico's now spotted him go across. He's got a lot of men to contend with here. It's just about who he decides to pick first.
Let's see if Nico is going to be able to do it. He doesn't feel like going for the risk, which is perfectly justifiable. And just like that, very, very cautious take of mid from Titan, but it worked. They have pushed the AWP back. Bomb has actually dropped towards A main, or the back of A main rather. So a lot of options here for Titan to go back, but with all the map control they've got, maybe they're thinking about going for this committed play here on 8. They're going to be charging in here, actually picking up the frags. And it looks like Kenny S to get a couple kills, and or Katie and Kenny S to get 2 kills together. And now we're going to have the bomb planted by Titan. Massive result here. We've got AWP on Cage and B, and then 4 on Pimp. And here they go. Pimp taking the frag there, and making his way in. Kenny S to deny.
That incendiary is going to force Kenny S away from the site, though, and there we go. Great play there from Pimp. The incendiary came in, did exactly what he wanted to do. He knew Kenny S could only go one way or the other, and if he went one way, he'd take damage. And Pimp, with the great reactions, gets the pick, gets the defuse, but that was way too close to the Copenhagen Wolves. The double AWP setup, I almost think it came to hurt them a little bit there, and we're seeing an auto sniper now on Carrigan.
Big buys indeed. They were building up quite a bank, and we're seeing the Scar and the AWP. So expensive setups, and if it works, it's good. But let's see how this goes, because they're playing against a Titan here, who looks like we have that nade bug again. We can't see exactly all the nades of Titan, but they're going to be moving their way into mid here. Great little pick there from Kenny S onto Nico, removing the AWP from play. There is a player in the sandbag, so Kenny S looking at the angle. You're going to be able to spot it in time. In fact, Glaive is going to win that one-on-one. Glaive in a great position here. Needs to get himself flashed out, perhaps, as they know exactly where he is. Existence trained on that sandbags angle, looking for the shot.
Maniac push towards this B side, does get a pick. And now back to mid. They're going to trade 1-for-1 in this mid area. Pimp trying to get the frag there onto Existence, but not finding it. And Existence can now push up a little bit. Going to go towards vents, it seems. That auto sniper from Carrigan not doing much there at all.
And here comes Kaylee moving in from A main towards that CT spawn area. Going to pick off Carrigan, looking for the second shot, gets it onto Pimp, and that's a cute little double there. Almost looking like a bit of a crazy round there from Titan. They had players all over the shop, and the bomb was just dropped like somewhere like very far back indeed. So Titan now bringing it back, and Copenhagen Wolves in a lot of trouble after those 2 very expensive buys.
Yep, the AWP and auto sniper setup that came in 2 rounds in a row didn't exactly work out for them, and now they pay the cost of an eco round here against an AWP on Kenny S. Although Existence is going to drop, as is Apex, from the P250 of Pimp, so he now gets an AK for his troubles. Now 4 versus 3, Kenny S is going to get tagged down, but not forced away just yet.
Yeah, very good stuff there from the P250 of Pimp. And he's going to go down to that grenade from Maniac, who's been consistently working B storage. We're going to get a push here from Carrigan with just nothing but a USP to take down Kaylee. And all of a sudden, Titan, people they can't seem to hold on to their weapons against these pistols. Did Valve change the pistols overnight? I do not know, but Kenny S is going to go down to the last man of Titan. And that was relatively clean, considering the fact that Copenhagen Wolves were just playing with pistols there. Madness at the beginning of today.
Yeah, I wonder if Copenhagen Wolves should just go for pistols in these gun rounds, because it seems to be working out for them. They've already won 2 eco rounds thus far, and 4-2 is the score. And now Titan forcing the buy almost here with Galil's, AKs, and armor, but only a P250 here on Apex.
Good. Glaive actually very close there towards mid. Very push up. He can hear any stepping. Good information position, but we do have some players from Titan moving through B storage into that vent room. You can see Apex with Maniac there. This is a big problem here for Copenhagen Wolves. Apex going to find himself that AWP on the ground there, and Pimp smoking himself off a little bit, trying to find some safety at the back of the site. Not going to happen. Apex going to take the frag, and things do look very precarious right now for Copenhagen Wolves as they try to muster a retake towards this B site. And Glaive in a great position, but just no health to use it with.
Yep, Carrigan, he does have the height advantage I was talking about earlier, but whether he can actually do anything with this or not, we'll see. Existence, looking behind them, see if they can just, see if anyone rotates. There we go, Carrigan does get dropped by Maniac, so the bomb site has opened up. Kenny S plants right in the back corner, and now the defense is on, and Copenhagen Wolves, they want nothing to do with this. They've got an AWP, an M4, and of course the armor and defuse kit on Nico, so they want to save these guns, but I'm going to take a guess that Titan will want to go hunting for them here.
Yeah, they have, the hounds have been set loose and they're charging forward to try to sniff them out, and they're going to have a very good idea very soon. But they're covering the map pretty effectively here, although Existence isn't going towards T-spawn. But we'll have to see if they're able to hold on to these weapons. Got Nico there. You might see someone very soon. And also Glaive trying to lock down Squeaky there, but he's got no health at all. And Glaive going to get taken out right at the end there.
But the silver lining there is they did keep the AWP, but how good is that going to be when the rest of his team do have pistols in hand up against these AKs and Kenny S? This AWP, we'll see whether he can use this one effectively. We saw Apex end up with it at the end of last round as he didn't have a gun. But Kenny S, the AWP master, looks like he's trying to get a quick pick on B, but Copenhagen Wolves, they're not that silly. Or are they? Maybe a little. As Nico does pick up the frag down onto Maniac, and Kenny S gets the return frag. And now he's looking to see if he can get another here on this B site. And it's going to be Cajun B to get dropped, whereas Kaylee picks up a frag elsewhere.
Yeah, really good stuff there, actually. Working for those trades very efficiently, our Titan. And Copenhagen Wolves taking the bait, and just Pimp left by himself with a P250, and that's going to be very difficult for him to accomplish all that much in this round. But sounds as if someone's TeamSpeak server went down, so we might have a very short pause after this, but nothing serious, so that's okay. And you know, this is a crazy game at the moment. Neither team can seem to hold on to their weapons, hold on to an economy.
And there you go. You said they can't hold on to their weapons. Existence loses his, and now Pimp has an AK in his hand. But I don't think he'll go for the retake. Kenny S does pick him off. So it was great play there from Kenny S, picking up 3 frags in total, with the 2 towards the B site, which opened it up. Now, going to see a pause, but Copenhagen Wolves, they have some economy here. But will they force the buy or not? They do have Cajun B and Glaive on around 3,000, but Nico and Carrigan making up for that on 7 and 6k respectively.
Definitely, and I've got to say I'm pretty happy that the problems that we're getting have nothing to do with the DLC at the moment. Like, that's kind of a breath of fresh air. Either way, you know, right now we can see definitely Titan is starting to build that economy, but the same can be said for Copenhagen Wolves. Both teams are in a somewhat of a fragile state. Obviously, you know, we're going to see a buy from Copenhagen Wolves, so that's going to put them a little further behind Titan after they actually end up buying, because they have to buy this round. Although, you know, Cajun B is actually going to need a drop, to be honest.
Yeah, I expect Cajun B to maybe drop to FAMAS here from Carrigan, and then Nico picking up the AWP for his team. And Glaive, though, in the same situation almost, but again, FAMAS will probably suit him down to the ground.
Yeah, certainly. They absolutely must buy. And this round from Titan, this next round, as they start to build the momentum, is going to look quite interesting. So far, they've just been playing, you know, relatively default. We haven't seen anything too crazy from them just yet. And Titan have so much power when it comes to the picking game with players like everybody on that team. You know, it's you can't really separate them too much. But I do really like last round how we saw the trade kills come in. We had the double peak from Kenny S, and I think it was Maniac over at B Storage, which allowed an immediate trade as Nico went for the peak shot onto Maniac. And that's always super nice if you can trade very early on between the Ts and the CTs for the T side. Very nice trade early on.
Yep, and there we go. We see the drop coming in. Cajun B gets dropped in M4 with Glaive having to settle for a FAMAS here. Nico, the AWP. And he's going to try and go mid, maybe pick someone here. In the past, we've seen Kenny S go towards the B site to get a pick. And he's not doing it this time. In fact, he's going to get boosted up, it looks like.
See Kenny S's position there, looking towards A main. And toxic barrel position. And great couple bullets rattled off into Maniac there by Cajun B to take him down. And you know they must realize at this point that Maniac is the flusher or the get right of B Storage. He's always tasked by just going there alone. That seems to be the role that has been set to him. So that can give them an insight, even if it's a small piece of the puzzle. It is a piece, as they get an understanding of what Titan are actually up to at the moment. And in they go onto the A bomb site with a nice entry from Apex onto Glaive. And Carrigan, can he save the day right now? He's got a good position to do it. There you go, the grenades. Gets himself a double. Oh. Wonderful work there from Cajun B and Carrigan as they just pump the Titans lineup full of lead. And that's going to be an easy cleanup.
Yeah, it really was. It was a round that they really did need as well. Otherwise, they would have gone behind for, I believe, only the second time this game. And now Titan on almost a force by here. Of course, we can't really see how many grenades each person has. But I'm not expecting too many on the Titan side. And if they lose this, then they will have to eco the next one. Kenny S going for the pick. But that is all smoked out. Dodges the flash. Goes for a reface. Misses the shot. Very un-Kenny S-like. And now Copenhagen Wolves are going to have to give up this mid control a little bit here.
And we do have as Apex pushed quite far up. Yeah, indeed it is Apex. Pushed very, very far up. So will we see them make a play up short, or are they just going to take it a mid so they can set up for a B split? They got lots of options here. We do see Kenny S going for the shots here on that boost of the white box. Not getting lucky just yet. Existence rather going down towards A main. So really Titan, they did have that A split in mind, but it's kind of falling apart here. They've got to try to figure something else out right now as Carrigan locks down the connector towards mid there, defeating Kenny S. And this is not looking good for Titan. What are they going to do here?
Yeah, 3 versus 5. It looks like the bomb's over towards this A site here. Maniac still has this mid area to himself. Kaylee, he's almost just as bait over to B site to try and get a rotation in, but Nico gets the frag onto Kaylee, and the bomb drops. And there we go, they have the bomb. They just need to try and chase down Apex. They know he's towards this B site now. And he's just going to try and pick up frags. He did get a kill there, however.
Yeah, Nico had an AWP as well, and they didn't actually pick it up. So that's actually kind of nice. They have to rebuy. If they want him to have an AWP, they have to rebuy an AWP or drop him. That's actually pretty nice. Yeah,
I think they salvaged Kenny S's AWP at the end of that round, so they kind of cancelled each other out, and Nico, he has that AWP. It looks like they're going to go for 3 men in mid here to try and catch Titan off by surprise.
We've got Pimp leading the charge into the vent room, and this is what we were talking about before. You can get that guy, that three-player setup, and now it's a super fast response to the B play we're going to see coming in from Titan. So P50s all around, but this should be well handled by Copenhagen Wolves, but it's all going to come down to the execution from Titan. So let's see what they are able to accomplish here. Firstly, it's Cajun B that gets taken out by Kaylee. Pimp now in a huge role, has to break out of this vent room to try to get those frags. Gets a double.
Wow. Great play there from Pimp, and a third for himself. So now it's just Kaylee and Maniac left. Kaylee does have an M4. Maniac on 4 HP. They know exactly where he is. And the fact that Titan got the bomb down, though, that's good for them. They've got some money in the bank. But Wolves, they survived with 3 members, the AWP. They got the defuse. The round 7-4 now is the score. And we're going to be seeing a buy round, I suspect, from Titan. Kaylee can drop Kenny an AWP and still get himself. But Kenny's just going to buy himself. He has the money. Pick up a few nades in there as well.
Yeah, really sick 4 kill there from Pim. Looked too easy, and that's the power of that 3-man setup, that aggressive setup. You get such fast response times to these aggressions, and Copenhagen Wolves are going to be going for something similar here. They got Glaive up close, Nico with the first pick onto Apex as Titan vie for mid control, but it's not going to happen, and instead Titan have to try to work their way back to get more map control around the rest of the map and see what they can make happen here. Maybe a pick onto A. We'll have to see if they're able to get that.
Yeah, we also see Carrigan with the auto sniper this round. I'm not too sure where he is, but we didn't see it used to full effect last time, so maybe you can pick up a few frags with it this time and halt Titan's advances. But Maniac towards this side does spot someone there jumping across from Checkers, not able to get the tag on, however. And Kenny S does pick up the shot there onto Glaive, so this A site could open up for Titan.
Great shot indeed. Can he get another one? Gets the second on Nico over by the pickup truck, and Kaylee just spotting over by the vents, trying to block that, slow those rotations down. You know, just have an implied threat towards that B site. Keep that rotation at arm's length, and we do have Titan making their way slowly in to this A bomb site off the back of those picks from Kenny S, and now it's all down to Pimp and Cajun B, and this is going to be pretty difficult. Let's see what they're able to accomplish here. We have Cajun B making his way and gets the first kill onto Kenny S. He does have reinforcements coming up short, so they can make an effort together here, 2-on-2. Against Existence and Maniac. Maniac going to make that a 2-on-1, and there it is. Titan secure the round, and it was almost a retake for Copenhagen Wolves, but not quite enough. But still, they're doing well so far.
Yep, Carrigan though, yet again, the auto sniper didn't really do much for him. He did tag Maniac up, but oh, hey, one shot, it's not going to kill if it's to the body. If he had an AWP though, then that would have been a kill, and things might have been a little different. And here we go, Glaive now with an AWP. They're switching snipers around left, right, and center. And Carrigan only has a FAMAS because he did lose that big expensive gun last round.
Okay, he's rocking Squeaky there, defending against any pushes. We got Kenny S moving his way around, looking for picks, looking for angles, looking for timings. I'm not going to find anything just yet though, as they are going to now send him towards a main. And this is definitely a spot he can get a pick. Oh, just a pixel there. That shot, I think, from Glaive. Yeah, it was from Glaive, not connecting. And this could mean trouble for him soon, though. Are they going to be able to contest these angles that Copenhagen Wolves are holding on A? Because right now it does look like that's exactly what Titan wants to get. And look at this, they can see his they could see his gun through the wall. He gets tagged down to 10 health, and that's going to be a pretty huge tell right now that Titan want this site badly. Copenhagen Wolves are going to be setting up for this now.
And the smokes and flashes are coming in from Titan. Rotation still a little bit slow from Wolves, however. Carrigan stopping Kenny S getting in the sights. That's the AWP down for Titan. Kaylee still in Squeaky on those 10 HP. Glaive picking up a frag there. Kaylee, 10 HP is all he needs to do to drop the AWP. Apex getting a frag, and he's going to get the plant down here as well. Barbecue Kaylee is on the menu tonight, and Nico getting the last frag of the round. So even though the rotation did come in slow from Copenhagen Wolves, they did pick up the defuse in the round. 8-5 now in favour of the Danes, and that's already my prediction out the window. I said 16-7,
yeah,
and Wolves have already got 8, so...
It was really nice, nicely handled by Copenhagen Wolves right there. They decided to actually make their way to a more defensive posture. Instead of trying to just get the frags, they're like, all right, let's just go a bit further back, bit towards shore, bit towards the pickup truck. We'll play outside the smoke, and we'll wait for the rotation instead of trying to make those kills. So it did end up helping them, I feel like. And it looks like Titan are not done with this A just yet. We have the boost from Copenhagen Wolves up on those boxes above the toxic barrel outside of A main, and that's a really, really sneaky spot. I mean, if you can kind of use that once every match, and it's usually going to deliver.
Yeah, they can usually catch teams off guard, and whether Titan decide to push this yet or not will be dependent on how effective that position is. But he's the only guy over on that A that's boosted up. The other members of Copenhagen Wolves are kind of mid-highway area with 2 towards B, and it looks like Titan have rotated away from A towards B. This may catch the Wolves out by surprise.
All right, Maniac, just barely spotting one there with a nade out as well, and then they are going to go off of that, and it's like Kaylee's going to make his way around, mow down Cajun B, and we have the rotation coming in here from Copenhagen Wolves, but is it going to be quick enough? Pimp does go down on the bomb site. Huge pickup there in the effort to get that bomb planted ASAP for Titan. It's a 3-on-4 though, And here come the Wolves. Straight through the vents goes Glaive. Does only pick up 1 kill. And here we have Carrigan sneaking through the vents as well. Gets himself Kaylee. Looking for the second. Won't get it. Denied by Kenny S. And it's all on Nico here with the AWP. I don't feel like he wants to do this. In fact, he's going to turn tail and run. Keep that AWP alive. And Titan should pick up another round to make it 8-6.
Yep, and Nico, they're not going to hunt him down. If they did, he may have been able to pick up an exit frag or two, but not just yet. Copenhagen Wolves, they've been reasonably good on the retake, it has to be said, but not that time. The fact that Carrigan had to come through vents as well was a little bit awkward for the Wolves. 8-6, as you said, is the score. Going into the last round of the half now, and Titan, their money's a little bit dodgy for them. M4s, AKs, and a few. We're going to see what Apex and Maniac pick up from the floor. Maniac, there we go, does get an AK out somehow. But on the other side, Glaive with the good old Mag 7 in his hands. So he's going to have to hold a tight angle with that, I feel.
We do have the 3-man mid coming up from Copenhagen Wolves once again. And here is a defensive boost from Titan up on that T-Red inside the main area there for them. And that's actually really good at dealing with that aggression. We'll see how eager Copenhagen Wolves feel to push in there. But we're going to see Existence taking a kill onto Pimp. And Kenny S going to find himself a pick onto the A site as well. This is falling apart here for the Wolves, as we do have 3 members left alive for them. Glaive holding onto a mag rather. He's got the range for it though. Going to pick up a kill with it onto Kenny.
And Nico not finding that shot towards Squeaky. He's going to fall back towards Highway, only on 18 HP. Kaylee tries flashing himself in. Does pick up the frag there onto Glaive. And now this B site is going to be Maniac, but the A site is the one that Titan are on, and they're going to plant on Maniac, just trying to act as maybe a decoy or catch someone on the rotation.
And Nico smoked off there on the short angle. Pretty annoying for him. Maybe he'll be just spamming a shot through there. He wouldn't be too far off if he does try to attempt that. Going to go in here with the AWP flashing his way. Just last round, going to make his attempt, and he's going to get shut down. That's an 8-7 scoreline for Copenhagen Wolves. Definitely a good amount of rounds, but Titan, that 7 scoreline, are going to feel so good going into the CT half.
Yep, definitely will. 7 rounds on cash T-side. It's a really good starting point for your second half. And if Titan, they just play a safe, clinical CT side, then they should, in theory, have this game in the bag. I mean, Kenny S, top fragging as he does with the AWP. Apex, not too far in time. In fact, they're on the same kills, just bomb plants and assists making up the difference there. So Titan doing quite well so far, but you've definitely got to mention Pimp in there. 17 for 9, just on the top there for the Copenhagen Wolves.
Yeah, definitely doing a great job. We saw him a lot of the time over towards the B bomb site as well, and working the vents position, just generally very dynamic, and you can definitely see how that turned out with how many fractures they were able to pick up. We're going to go into the piss around here. So very, very, very crucial for Copenhagen Wolves to pick this up right here, because otherwise, Titan are going to be building that economy, getting a really safe, secure start to get to their optimal setup really quickly, and that's something that Copenhagen Wolves have to deny.
Yep, definitely so. And Kenny S playing safe on this B site all the way from lower. Almost like he's going to let Copenhagen Wolves take control of this site, which is exactly what they're doing. They're going to smoke him off. And it looks like Titan are playing this for the retake, and Cajun B is going to pick up Apex there in vents. And now this is looking like a very good start for Copenhagen Wolves.
Yeah, so far so good, but here comes Existence. Can he deal with Pimp there in the corner, jumping with the USP? Not going to happen. And it looks like Titan slowly make their way in, but there's still a man advantage for the Copenhagen Wolves as they hold down the site. Cajun B to take out Kenny S, and there's not much left going for Copenhagen Wolves, rather Titan now, and it's all going to be closed out with just the loss of Pimp there. And that's a wonderful way to start things off, and definitely denying Titan a good start. So very, very good for them, and I'm sure all the Danes watching will be very happy.
Yep, great start for Copenhagen Wolves. They do continue their lead here, and they're going to get a nice few easy rounds on the board here. Or at least they should. But if this game's anything to go by, then Pistol seems to do a lot of work in these eco rounds here. Interesting that Nico's gone for the P90 though. The rest of his team on rifles. He's going to want to get up close and personal with the French guys. Pimp trying to get a pick in mid. Kenny S is playing sandbags, so he won't be spotted for a while. Going to wait for the push to come in. A few shots go towards him. There we go. Cajun B gets the first frag with a headshot.
So the Wolves just trying to make their way up mid here. And occasionally trying to take those long range shots, making much use of the advantage of his rifle there. And Carrigan Solo just watching the back. So the team doesn't get backstabbed on their attempts to take mid. And so far so good for Copenhagen Wolves as they push Titan out of this area and Glaive will take down Apex as well. So just 2 left standing, and they've been very methodical, very systematic about their approach towards taking down Titan in this round. And they haven't given anything away just yet. They've got a couple players who are quite weak in Pimp and Cajun, but if they don't lose anybody, that's going to be fantastic. And Maniac in existence, what do they even do at this point?
Well, there we go, Cajun B. He's only on a little bit of health, but he picks up the frag. Going to get the bomb plant as well, so that's even more money for the bank of Copenhagen Wolves. And now Maniac, he's probably the best idea here to save. He does have a P250. He also has a defuse kit and armor, so he's got quite a bit of money on his back, and it'll carry through to the next round.
I feel like he could do something really sneaky as well,
Yeah.
like wait for them to run out and then try to get someone in the back as they are coming out. But they aren't actually going in territory they hadn't fully explored and knew 100% was safe. They're not going to risk this. They're going to keep all their weapons alive, which is really, really nice by Copenhagen Wolves.
Yeah, I feel that Maniac, he could have even maybe tried to go for the ninja there at the end. Copenhagen Wolves ran away, and Maniac did have the kit, but he'd rather save that than risk it. And Copenhagen Wolves, no one has to rebuy, so that's a lot of money in their bank. Whereas Titan going to have to eco just one more here, then we should see the first gun round of the second half and how Titan can perform on this CT side.
All right, so Copenhagen Wolves really building that money. Look, it's getting starting to get to a point where if they win this round clean as well, as they very much could do against the USPs, mostly, great nade, is actually going to put them in a great spot. And we're going to have Copenhagen Wolves slowly taking over mid. But be careful, there's a lot of traffic from Titan towards that area. Big old Pimp just putting in work right now with a quick double. Looking for some more, tossing out the molly, and they are going to fall back here. Looks like they can go for the B split, and into B they will go.
Yep, Nico does have the P90, but doesn't really need to fire anything, just going to smoke off and get the bomb down here. And Pimp, again, worth a mention. He did pick up those 2 frags, which opened up the rest of the map for the Danes. And now Titan, it looks like Kenny S is going to save this AK that he's picked up. And Maniac might want to save this diffuse kit and armor yet again, with Existence being the only one to go for this.
Just playing it for the exits, it seems, and just chilling right now on Titan. So Copenhagen Wolves, another very calm and methodical round from them.
Well, Maniac's going to go for it and get taken down, so he's going to have to rebuy armor for the gun round. Existence towards T-Spawn might get picked off here by someone. Does tag someone down though, not be able to find the frag. And Nico does take him down. Existence was only on about 5 HP, so he knew his time was a little bit limited there. And the buy coming in, no AWP for Titan just yet, which could be crucial for this CT side, especially when Nico has it. So Titan, they may have to relinquish all mid control this round.
We'll have to see how Nico actually uses this. It looks like he's going to go for a timing here onto this A main area, which often does get pushed by the CTs for a quick little peek and maybe a smoke or two. But so far, it looks like a relatively defensive posture coming in from Titan. You do have only one guy in mid and 2 players on B at the moment, 1 in the vents room and 2 on the A side itself. So very slow and steady from both teams so far, playing it safe.
Yeah, it's better not to rush into anything, especially on these gun rounds where you've got money at risk. Carrigan, not too sure what he's trying to look at there, just breaking the window, maybe to cause a little bit of a distraction, thinking it's a grenade. The smoke's coming out now into mid, and the push is coming in towards this B site, out from Titan, seeing if they can clear their lines. And they do tag up Carrigan there, down to about half. And now they can get control. There we go, 2 frags coming in from Kaylee in Existence. Cajun B does return 1 of them. Pimp coming back round. And now smoking off lower, flashes go out too. And again, this B site is working really well for Copenhagen Wolves, but not when there's an angry Kenny S trying to defend it, with Apex coming in too. And now Nico, 1 versus 2. Kenny S is down. It's just Apex and Maniac left. He does pick up the bomb very sneakily. So that jump, he's made sound. Titan have heard this. He's going to get the bomb down at least. Now whether he can pick up frags, no he cannot. Maniac's going to just come round, walk around the corner, pick up the kill. But the bomb down, it's money in the bank. Not that they exactly need it, they are rolling in it. But 11 now for the Wolves to 8 of Titan. Is this where Titan comeback starts to happen?
Well, definitely with Kenny S having that AWP in hand, it's going to feel much better for Titan at least. But we'll have to see whether they're able to actually capitalize effectively on this. But Copenhagen Wolves, they're going to be facing the most stacked defense they will have faced thus far on round 20 right now. So we'll have to see how they're able to cope with this. We saw a delayed mid-take into a B split last round, and that was a very, very nice option, working out very well for them. And I wonder if we'll see more mid shenanigans from them in the future. We've got a very defensive setup here from Titan. They don't really have an op to put in mid right now. Kenny S is, as we can see, over at the back boxes on A, so they've got a kind of double setup on this angle in the corner behind Squeaky and the back boxes. So this is very committed from Titan. They're going to have to make the kills. Kenny S is going to have to be clutch in this position. That's the only way this can work. And in, they are ready to go here, tossing those nades into the A bomb site. They know right now Kenny S in the back of the site, looking for those shots, going to take down Glaive, and still he and his teammate right there in the corner are alive. Maniac chiming in with one. Kenny is still looking for more frags here through the smoke. In Copenhagen Wolves go. Kenny is going to whip a shot. Is that going to be the end of him? Going to pick up a quick little kill from Kaylee in existence, leaving just Cajun B left alive, but he gets two and forces it to the one-on-one. Now it's Kaylee against Cajun B. A very, very weak Cajun B at that.
Yep, and Kaylee, he's gone up to get the height advantage, gets the headshot there onto Cajun B to end out the round. It's definitely what Titan needed now. Forces Copenhagen Wolves onto an eco, or at least a force buy here. Looks like they're going to have to eco. Deagle, CZ's coming in. So they do still have some firepower in their arsenal. Definitely not one to be taken too lightly. Certainly pick up some frags and do exactly what they did in the first half. And just use these pistols to their full effect at close range. But the double AWP now, Kaylee. Back when he played for LDLC, he was definitely a really, really big AWPer for them. And now working as the secondary one here for Titan with Kenny S being the main. It's Kaylee towards B. Kenny S elsewhere on the map. Nothing on this B side just yet, however.
We'll have to see exactly how these peaks come in from Copenhagen Wolves. We've got Kenny S on short here, tasked with mid, but looks like Copenhagen Wolves going to make their effort towards that A-bomb site. Straight in onto Kenny S's head there. Not even a chance to respond. We've got Existence and Kaylee looking for the reaction. In comes Existence from the pickup truck, able to pick up a kill, but that bomb is going to go down regardless. There's nothing they can do about it. And it's the 2-on-2 setup right now for Copenhagen Wolves. They're able to actually get that bomb planted, but going to lose Carrigan, forcing Cajun to have to deal with two players here. The bomb ticking away. He forces the one-on-one. Just on Kaylee with that AWP. He's close. Cajun B going to go down. Kaylee with a wonderful shot there. Cajun B just didn't have the information. That is going to be another round for Titan as Copenhagen Wolves make this really, really hard for them.
Yeah, we're going to see yet another pause come in here as well. Existence has dropped again. But that was a round that Titan needed. But Copenhagen Wolves, it came so close to the wire. They almost picked up that round. They got the bomb down. Got 4 frags as well. Forced it into a 1 versus 1. And Kaylee did come out on top. So.
Yeah, so far we're seeing exactly the kind of play against Titan that you know, when they have those two AWPs, those big set plays into the bomb sites, that is the ideal situation, because you don't want to play the pick game against two AWPs. You don't want to play the pick game against Kenny S and Kaylee. I mean, that's just that's common sense, right? I mean, come on. So they're throwing all the nades and they're getting in there super fast, and we can see Kenny S, you know, his ability to actually do anything is minimized when there's a smoke in front of him and flashes and fire everywhere. So as we jump back into the game, as things have gone live, we can actually see that right now we have a pretty bad spot for Titan when it comes to the money, when it comes to, you know, how late we're into the game. And look, Kenny S and Kaylee going to just get 2 big frags right at the start there to stop this approach onto this B bomb site. They're going to go for a fast play, but looks like they're getting held at the entrances to the site.
And again, Kaylee and Kenny S combining to pick up 2 frags there. So now they're on 2 each, and now Pim, he's done so well so far, but Kenny S gets the 3rd for himself. And now 11-11. Copenhagen Wolves do still have money to buy.
I like the idea, just a big, fast play. I mean, they haven't done that yet, but at the same time, now, as it didn't go their way, they weren't able to get the entries. They weren't able to deny Kenny S and Kaylee. Now we can see the money is very, very bad for Copenhagen Wolves and Titan. If they lose this round, in fact, the money is going to be terrible for them. So this is a very critical round here when it comes to the economy. As we see Kenny S spamming through that smoke, looking for the shots, but Cajun B ran all the way through, takes down Kenny S, and now Copenhagen Wolves, they know that they can move further into mid if they want, and looks like they're doing just that, just getting a man towards that vent roof area. And Titan now have to take pretty defensive setups here. This is going to be very difficult for them.
Yep, speaking about defensive, Carrigan just waiting for Titan to go aggressive here. It's Existence who's gone, but it's going to be Existence to get the pick. But elsewhere, Nico does pick up a frag with the AWP. Existence coming in again with his second. Gets his third. They're just falling easily for him there out of vents. Maniac as well with a kill. And now it's just all down to Nico with this AWP. He doesn't have the bomb. And this AWP has such close range almost. It's not going to do too much. In fact, he may have to switch to a pistol at some point in the near future.
Nico just crouching in here. They have no idea how far up he is. He's been sneaky like a ninja. He's actually on the bomb site here, but he's going to get spotted by Apex. What a sick round from Existence there. Titan were in a pretty nasty spot, losing a guy early on. They were spread thin. Existence with a very fast triple to shut down a very quick B split. That was absolutely huge there from the Frenchman. So now Titan, thanks to their caller, their in-game leader, the trusty Existence, they're going to have a shot at really securing their economy and getting this setup going once again. Kaylee and Kenny S with those AWPs.
Yeah, you've got to start to think now that this game has spiraled out of control now. Titan just running away with rounds left, right, and center. And Existence, as you said, doing just what he needs to do. Picking up those frags. And a great 1D coming in, however, from Cajun B onto Maniac. Apex returning the frag onto Glaive. Kills coming in left, right, and center as well. Carrigan with one. Apex returns it. Carrigan with another. And now 3 versus 2. This eco round for Wolves is doing good work for them yet again. They've won a lot of ecos already, and now it looks like they're going to win yet one more hit. Just Kaylee left with this AWP looking towards highway area. Smoked off from anywhere else.
Making his way in on these angles. Going to get caught in the back. And Kaylee will not be able to do much more in that situation. And that's the problem with the double AWP setup. That's the only issue, is those big, fast set plays. That's one of the strongest ways to actually disrupt it, to exploit the fact that you got this guy who's kind of useless on the rotation. If you hide on the angles correctly, it's very difficult to do that retake with an AWP. But we're going to see Copenhagen Wolves, in a pretty good money situation again. Once Titan, if they lose this, they're forced to the eco. So a pretty huge deal once again. Both teams just on the razor's edge right now. They can't put a foot wrong. And we might be seeing a delayed mid-take here from Copenhagen Wolves. They haven't done that for a while, and that can lead up to either the A split or the B split here, something that they really enjoy. But we're seeing Titan go for an aggressive, proactive play to gather information. They cleared out B storage. They can leave a guy there now and try to work out what's happening. Here the vents popped. This might be a bit of a tell as we see the Wolves making their way up mid. Carrigan going to take down Existence there. He was pushed in B storage. This is looking very bad for Titan, losing another man as well. Carrigan going to take down Kaylee now, and it's just Kenny S and Maniac to between them and ecoing next round. This is a big, big deal. And Kenny S needs to go huge. He does get the first kill, but they're really on the wrong side of the map at the moment.
Yeah, the bomb is going to go down as well. This B side has been working really well for the Copenhagen Wolves. And now, you said that with Maniac on the rotation, he's going to have to save this. He's going to get hunted down, however, by Pimp, who will go back towards Spawn. Picks up the frag. 13-12 now, and the money yet again for Titan. Last round, Apex, I believe, had to have a FAMAS with no armor, and this round, they're just going to have to eco. They were tight for money as it is, and this has just made it worse. Now, of all the games today, this wasn't one we had down as a really, really close game, to be fair.
Oh yeah, certainly. From Titan's recent performances and from Copenhagen Wolves' not so recent performances, this didn't seem like it on paper. It didn't seem like it should be too close. But if you look at the the names we have for Copenhagen Wolves, all they needed was just the time together to work everything out, and you can see the result that it's having. These are really, really great players for the Danes, and they are putting in a marvelous result so far. But it's not over. just yet. We do have Titan on this eco. Of course, they're going to be stretched for a buy on the next round. I'm not sure. Got to double check their money situation exactly after this, but at the moment we can just see that they're just waiting for a player from Copenhagen Wolves to put a foot wrong so they can get a quick kill and perhaps to pick up a rifle. That would be absolutely wonderful for them. But so far, as we've seen most anti-ecos go for Copenhagen Wolves, it's relatively seamless.
Yep, Existence now, just the guy left. He doesn't have anything except for his USP and 23 points of health. Maybe trying to pick up an exit frag somewhere, catch someone off guard, but I doubt he'll do much damage with that. Copenhagen Wolves now going to be 14-12, and they're only 2 rounds away from winning this against arguably the best team in France of Titan. Existence trying to get a pick there, going to fall back. Going to jump up, there we go. He gets taken down by Pimp. And just quick, how Pimp is on 25-16. Cajun B is in fact overtaken him 27. Those two certainly putting in their shift tonight. And they've got a few more games tonight as well where they're going to have to be performing. Hopefully the rest of their team can come in line and make it a bit of an easier performance all round.
And this could be the round now. I mean, if Titan lose this, they're down to an eco again. And you're looking at what will be the game. So they cannot lose this round. It's all on this round for Titan. They want to stay in this. And it looks like Maniac with a quick mid push is going to take out Cajun B. Kaylee gets one onto Kerrigan as well. And that's going to be a pretty nice advantage. But it's not over yet. We have Nico on the boost spot with that AWP. They're going to take out Maniac as they vie for that mid control. There comes the second kill from Nico as well, putting it to a 3-on-3. And all of a sudden, Copenhagen Wolves, just like that, are bringing themselves back in this round. And they've got lots of time to play with, which is the crucial factor now as Titan are stretched. Where do they go with their players? Where do they position their defense? It is very difficult to understand how to handle this. And we see Nico here looking for the shots. Grinding the angle. Kenny S going to take him out. Big frag there from Kenny S. That's going to really deter the Wolves from making any further steps up towards short to A here.
Take a quick look at the map as well. They're being flanked by a member of Titan. It's Existence who's coming behind them through main, and he's going to catch them going into vents. Pick up one frag. He knows exactly where Pimp is as well, and so do the rest of his team. And that was a round that Titan definitely needed there. Otherwise, they most likely would have given up the game. But Copenhagen Wolves, they're not going to be on an eco for a while just yet.
And returning from the jaws of defeat, Titan give themselves a chance to win this match off of that round with a very, very convincing, very confident defensive play, or series of defensive plays here on Cash. And now we have to see exactly how Copenhagen Wolves want to take this next round. It looks like they're going to bring the aggression in again with the boost spot from Nico. As at the same time, we're going to see a push straight out of A main. Kenny S going to get a quick double. There's one from Maniac as well. And this is looking terrible right now for the Copenhagen Wolves. And Titan will pick up one more round and put themselves closer to at least 15 rounds. But right now, you know, Copenhagen Wolves, they're not in any kind of horrible situation on the money. They can definitely put in another buy. Yep,
and that's exactly what they're going to do. They don't want to give up a match point. But if they end up losing this one 16-14, yeah. If they go 16-14, then that's going to hurt. Of course, there is no overtime in SLTV because it is a league format. So 15 all can be a thing. There we go, Kaylee. That's exactly what they need to get this match point. Definitely with the second coming in, Apex will get taken down, and Kaylee. So that was a 2-for-2 trade in total there, with Glaive picking Existence off their invent. He thinks there's someone else. They're going to smoke it off, gets the headshot onto Maniac. And now it's looking a lot more like it's going to be Wolves with the match point here. Just Kenny S left to try and retake.
But if you had to put the responsibility in any man's hands for this French side, it is the man, Kenny S. And he's got the AWP as well. Here he goes in, looks for the first shot, gets the arm of Glaive there. There's one close to the left. Will he spot that shot just in time? He looks for it, but Pimp is going to have just unchallenged reactions. And that is 15 rounds for Copenhagen Wolves. And Titan, all they can do now is get the draw, but you never want the draw.
No, you always want the win.
You want the W.
Especially in a league format. Getting those points on the board. It's the opening game as well of the SLTV, so it's always good to win the first game out. But Copenhagen Wolves, they do have this up on Nico. Carrigan going towards this B site, maybe trying to get a quick pick. Or just try and cause a little bit of a distraction with that flashbang there. But Kenny S and Kaylee both still have AWP, so they could certainly combine to pick up some really good and crucial frags for the French.
We do see Kenny is able to get one right down to Cage and Beat. And at the moment, it is a slow take of mid that we're seeing from Copenhagen Wolves. They're going to have the vents pop now, so they're going to feel like B is an option, at least a better option than A. In fact, Glaive going to take down Apex towards short, so that, you know, having a man in Squeaky, they can take the bomb either way at this point. This is going to be a really hard call to make as your mid-round caller, but it looks like they're going to make the way up short here. So we can see Carrigan right here, last man standing for Copenhagen Wolves. He's going to take down Kenny S. He's got 3 men left to deal with. Kaylee with the AWP, Maniac with an M4 in existence with just the lowly Deagle. And here he goes for a quick switch back to B. Great choice here from Carrigan. There goes the smoke.
Smoke's out lower, which means he can get in here, get the bomb down, but instead,
Good choice.
he's going to go aggressive here, under lower. Going to try and flank behind. Could he go for a double fake and even go to the A site here? No, he's going to get the frag onto Kaylee because the AWP at that range isn't as good as an AK. And now the bomb's going to be planted at the back of this site. Molotov does come in. So he's already down to 29 HP with the grenade coming in as well. Titan come out there, get the 15-15. The first opening game of this SLTV Star Series does end in